The monsoons are here, weather is turning, and soon it's going to be pleasant enough for you to step out and spend your weekends looking for that perfect home. Meanwhile, you can write into us with your budget and location, and armed with the best data, we will help you narrow down your choices. Welcome everyone to the Property Show, Not Special. I'm Manisha Natarajan, and with me is Dhruv Khanna, Assistant Vice President at Prop Equity, to help you make the right decision with your biggest capital investment, that's your home. So let's get started. In our continuing coverage of highlights delivery delays by developers, today the plight of home buyers stuck in as many as 27 projects of Ansal API in the National Capital Region. Yet another story of unexplained and unacceptable delays. Where can you buy affordable homes in NCR? If you wanted to pitch tent in Haryana, find out the names and rates and what's going on for these micro markets. And if your budget is in the range of 90 lakhs to a crore plus, we will give you the options from reputed developers in Gurgaon that you can bet your money on. Residential markets of central Noida will be covered next for home options under a crore of rupees. And then, of course, we'll go into well-lived localities of Ghaziabad for value buys in 35 to 40 lakhs. Also, housing options in promising destinations of Mohali in 60 lakhs. And our big story in a major push to make real estate investment trusts, that's REITs, attractive to investors, SEBI has proposed easing of norms. Now we are asking this question, will it really help India's cash-strapped real estate sector? And will it help developers actually pump back money into stuck projects? A top story, delayed project report card. Take a look at the pain of thousands of Ansal API customers who have been left high and dry with over 27 projects lying unfinished and for reasons unexplained. Chanakya Bhatia brings us this ground report.
If you can tell us about the project in which we are standing at right now.
So we are buyers of Sushant Megapolis project, and you can see this is a township consisted of towers, plots, villas. But as you can see, people are still farming. Nothing has happened here. So this is 0% development here.
And when did you book the flat?
I booked the plot in 2007, and the delivery of which was due on 2010. So this is 2016.
And how much percent have you paid?
I have paid 50%.
9 years since the project started, and what you see are few erected structures and farming land.
अंसल का मुझे नहीं लगता कि जो कंडीशन है कि वो अगले जो है 3 साल 3 साल तक भी मुझे पोजीशन दे पाएगा. मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा इशू हो रहा है और मैं बिल्कुल रोड पे आ चुका हूँ.
Buyers have taken their anger to the streets and are now asking for their promised homes. Ansal Sushant Megapolis, a 2,500 acres township, has scores of buyers and investors who have invested up to 50 to 90% of the cost of the project and are now running from pillar to post to find answers. Ansal API has over 27 projects in Mohali, Gurgaon, Greater Noida and Lucknow, which are running behind schedule. The average delays in these projects are 3 to 4 years. There are few projects like Sushant Golf City in Lucknow and Europa Residency in Sonipat where the delay is more than 5 years. When NDTV tried to get a statement from the Ansal API management over massive delays in their projects and the future action plan, the company refused to answer. The last time the buyers managed to get hold of the management, they were asked to shift to other projects of the company in Agra, Lucknow and Sonipat. But the buyers rejected the option as these projects too were under construction with no guarantee that they would be completed. So what can buyers do in such a situation?
I think the immediate steps that the buyers need to do is, whether individually or collectively, approach the consumer forum. And if they're going collective and the pecuniary jurisdiction meets up, they can go to the National Consumer Forum as well directly. And if for 7 years a project is lying abandoned and the money is not being given back and there's no progress that is happening and there's no communication that is happening, then clearly there is a mala fide intent over there. A dishonest intention steps in. So a criminal proceeding is also going to be simultaneously maintainable.
Buyers of Ansal API projects have decided to up their ante and have declared that they will keep continuing the protest against the company until they get their flats. Many buyers have also taken the legal route, hoping that the judgment will be in their favor. Just one among many such buyers' protests that have come to characterize the summer of rage in Indian real estate. Chanakya Bhatia for NDTV.
All right, so we are only going to warn all the viewers, please don't look at buying anything of developers who are dealing projects even in the secondary market, because you might think it's 80% done, 90% done, and it's likely to get completed. It's a big risk. So these report cards are also on our websites, NDTV Properties. So just go on there and see any delayed report card of any developer, and you'll get to know in terms of who are the largest funds who have actually delayed projects. All right, let's go on and help you at least with all good faith, cull out some good projects for you to buy into. Amit Ranjan is on the phone line with us. Amit, hi, welcome. Go ahead, spell out your budget and where do you want to buy?
Hi Manisha, this is Amit here. I have a budget of 65 to 70 lakhs.
Okay.
And I want to buy in somewhere in Noida, and I have zeroed in on Ajnara Belvedere, because I want to have a project which is construction linked. So I'd like to have your suggestion on this, whether this project is worth it and I should go ahead with it, and how is the builder? What about Ajnara as a builder?
All right, I think that does become the biggest question in today's time and environment, especially in NCR. Now, this is an early stage project, so your question is a very valid one, Dhruv. Let's start with first the developer, Ajnara. So we have been recommending projects of this developer. So far, at least, we've not got from viewers any major complaint about Ajnara projects being very, very delayed. I'm sure most NCR projects, like we've said, are always delayed by 12 months to a year. 6 months to a year, and those could be because of approval delays. We've not on the property show got any big feedback which is negative. But what do you have in terms of research?
Absolutely. The Ajnara developers, they have a fairly good reputation in the market till now, and they've largely delayed.
I think the qualifying word is till now, right? So far, there's been nothing negative, and I think that's the important part that you need to remember, Amit. I mean, there are developers that we will recommend because based on their past track record, and hope and keep our fingers crossed that they will actually deliver in time. Having said that, I think today the environment has become such that for those developers who are not delivering in time, they're losing customers in much worse possible ways than anybody else. So I think that's a priority for everybody now.
Yes, I agree with you, Manisha. And yes, the buyers do need to be very careful when investing in an under construction project or especially an early stage project. So we always try and recommend projects that are close to completion or at least in advanced stages of construction. And that's what we are trying to do for Amit as well. But since he's looking for a construction linked plan, so we'll give him appropriate options only. The micro market that is chosen, Sector 79, is a designated green area as per the Noida Master Plan of 2031. It's also joining the Sector 78, which has a proposed metro station as well. And the Sector 113 is close by, which is a proposed commercial belt. So in terms of location, it's a good sector that you've chosen. Inventory overhang here is 28 months. Weighted average price is 5,000 rupees a square foot, and this is growing at just over 6% per annum. Now coming to the project, Ajnara Belvedere is by Ajnara India. It's priced between 4,300 to 4,500 rupees a square foot. This is of course below the weighted average price of 5,000 rupees. This project is in very early stages. It's going to be delivered in 2019. It's located at the end of Sector 79 but has fairly good connectivity. There are two other projects we would recommend for you which are closer to completion, which are sort of in the middle stages of construction. The first one is Mirabella by Mahagun, same sector. This is priced at 5,200 rupees a square foot. This project is expected to be delivered in 2017 September. This is a luxury project based on the Roman architecture. And the other project you can look at is Stadia by Civitec. Same micro market, price is 4,500 to 4,800 rupees a square foot. This project is also in mid stages of construction. It's going to be delivered by the end of 2017 or early 2018. That's the timeline that the developer gives. This is in close proximity to the Noida Ghaziabad link road.
All right. So two more projects recommended, but Dhruv, interesting to see. Now, if you look at that upcoming region, Central Noida, we're talking about Sector 70 here to about Sector 122. Total supply is 21,000 units, and you still have over 5,000 units available in the market. And look at what Ajnara has done. They've actually launched a new project at a much more reasonable price than the weighted average market price. So it's already discounted from the weighted average price, which is about 5,000 rupees per square foot. This project is at literally 15% discount to that price. So prices have come down. And so if you're getting a good deal with a good developer, I think you might want to take an early bet with an early project as well. Okay, we've got our next caller, Mr. Ravi Shankar Pandey, on the phone line with us. Hello, Mr. Pandey. Good to have you with us. Go ahead, sir. How can we help you?
Yeah, hello, ma'am. This is Ravi. Basically, I'm calling from Delhi. And basically, I'm looking for a 2+30 kind of flat in Noida Extension area.
Okay.
And basically, I've just visited there like 4-5 types, and I've just shortlisted some of the projects. Like I have seen Stellar Jeevan, Aryan Tardan, and La Residencia and Casa Greens. So basically, out of that, Casa Green I like very much, but I think they are delivering, I think, maybe next year. So just a little concern that whether I should go with that one or not, because there is some timeline in that project. And the other projects that I talked about, like La Residencia, Stellar, and Aryan Tardan. So I think they are already ready, and I can choose any of them. But now my question is like with the bad name like Amrapali. I mean, the project is very good. Their flats are very spacious. It looked very good. But now my question is, if they have already delivered, should I go with them, or there might be some issues with that in later phases, like in maintenance and all?
Okay. Well, if the project is already ready and Amrapali actually follows the rules, which is hands over the society maintenance to the RWA within 24 months, I don't think you should have a problem with maintenance, because maintenance will be taken over by the RWA. And on the other projects, I'm going to toss it across to Dhruv and ask him for his opinion. So Dhruv, one project which is in late stages, it should get completed in 1.5 years. Casa Greens, it's a small developer, but somehow I feel that today, looking at the track record, smaller developers who have not extended themselves, who don't have a big brand name to play with or a big brand budget to play with, actually just focus on delivery and word of mouth, and they might be actually a safer bet. So between all these projects that he's spoken about, do we have a ranking? Do we have choices ranked for him?
Yes, we've actually shortlisted, given a go-ahead to 2 of the 3 projects that he's spoken about. Noida Extension, the micro-market he's chosen is a fairly good micro-market. All the projects that we've also shortlisted are within that micro-market itself. It's an affordable alternative to Noida. It's got good connectivity as well. The Noida city center metro station is only about 7 kilometers from the God Circle. So in those terms, it's a fairly good micro market for an end user. Of course, it's a very slow moving micro market with an inventory overhang of 35 months, which is quite high.
But he's already said that he wants to live there. It's not investment.
Yes. Yeah, well, and the weighted average price is 3,400 rupees a square foot. And the annual returns are around 6.5% per annum for this particular micro market. The first project that he chose was Stellar Jeevan by Stellar Ventures in the price bracket of 3,500 to 3,800 rupees a square foot. This project actually is known for poor construction quality. In fact, there have been many protests by residents of this project protesting against the poor quality and the
Stellar Ventures?
Yeah, Stellar Jeevan.
Stellar Jeevan. So this is totally out.
Absolutely, and even the location for this project is comparatively worse off than the other projects that you've shortlisted. So we would definitely advise you to avoid this particular project. The other 2 projects you've shortlisted, Casa Greens 1 by Radhi Krishna Developers, is a fairly good project. You can go ahead with that. This is priced at about 2,900 rupees a square foot, which is also well below the weighted average price. 5 towers in this particular project are in finishing stages. The remaining project will be delivered in about 2 years. It's adjoining a 7.5 acre theme park, so there'll be a lot of interesting amenities surrounding the project. It's located on the 60-meter sector road, and also has low-rise commercial development in front of the project. The other project you shortlisted was La Residencia Phase 1, also a go-ahead from us. This is by Amarpali Group. Like you were saying, this is priced at about 3,000 to 3,300 rupees a square foot. The Phase 1 of this project, which has 18 towers, out of them 12 towers have been recently delivered. So out of those 12 towers, we would suggest you can definitely buy among the ready to move in towers. The remaining project is expected to be delivered in the middle of 2017.
So we've given you a clear ranking. Go ahead and take a look at that ranking and take your decision. Nishant Jaiswal on the phone line with us. Nishant, hi, go ahead. I believe Mohali is your chosen market?
Yeah, in the vicinity of Chandigarh, I want to know what are the options available for me in the 50 to 60 lakhs bracket.
All right. So you're saying you don't want to invest in an under construction project, but you've given us a huge, almost everything in Chandigarh and Greater Chandigarh. Panchkula, Mohali, Zirakpur, Pinjore, Ambala, Mulanpur, Kharar, Lansana. Okay, that's a big canvas. But there are only a couple of places really which hold a big potential today and are well developed. So Dhruv, what do we give him? Which market?
See, given his budget, within the Tri-City area, the best, market will be Mohali. And within those, we've chosen two particular micro markets, Kharar Banur Road and Chandigarh Kharar Road. From a rental income perspective as well as an end use perspective, Mohali seems to be a fairly good choice. It's very well connected, of course, to the other, cities within the Tri-City area. It's got an international airport that's coming up. It's already been inaugurated. 27 IT companies have been given land, including Infosys within Mohali. So looking at the inventory overhang figures, Kharar Banur Road is at 20 months. Chandigarh Kharar Road is at 7 months. A very healthy figure. Weighted average price for Kharar Banur Road is 3,150 rupees a square foot. Chandigarh Kharar Road is at 3,050 rupees a square foot. Growth figures for Kharar Banur Road is at 9% and Chandigarh Kharar Road is at 7.5% per annum. Now the three projects we've recommended to you are all ready to move in projects. The first one is Panorama by Paras Buildtech. This is on Chandigarh Kharar Road. Price is between 3,000 to 3,200 rupees a square foot. This project was delivered in 2013 and it's got good inhabitants as well. It's located right on the Chandigarh Kharar Road, only 800 meters from the North Country Mall, which is the largest mall in the Tri-City area. The second project you can look at is Gilco Heights by Gilco Developers. This is in Sector 127. Price is 3,500 rupees a square foot. This was also delivered in 2013 itself and about 150 families are living within the project. This is a part of a 350-acre integrated township comprising of business parks, retail, shopping arcades, hospitals, etc. This has an operational Gilco International School as well. And the third project you can look at is Imperial Heights by WWIC Estates. This is in Sector 115 and priced at 2,800 rupees a square foot. The possession for this particular project is in progress for the 2 BHK towers and the remaining will be delivered in a couple of months from now. This is an excellent location right on the Kharar Banur Road and excellent townships within a 2 to 3 kilometer radius by Ansal, Imar, JLPT, etc. Are located there.
All right. Well, Ansal and Imar don't have a great track record, so I think we should stop mentioning those big names. Dhruv, my recommendation to you.
They're completed. If the townships are completed, then yeah.
These ones are completed townships? All right. Okay.
Yes.
We're going to take some good this thing from that. Okay. Here's a quick summary. Panorama by Paras Buildtech. There's Gilco Heights by Gilco Developers and Imperial Heights by WWIC Estates. And this is the Kharar Banur market in Chandigarh that we are speaking about, and also the Chandigarh Kharar Road. Both of them actually holding on in terms of price appreciation, still a little bit above inflation at 7 and 8% annualized if you take last 2.5 years. We will come back and get you some affordable homes in Haryana region. Of course, Gurgaon will be covered. Can't do a show without covering Gurgaon. And in our project tracker, a premium offering, the Imperial by SVP Group in Ghaziabad. Take a look at what this new project has to offer.